cracker response. Toxie, do you have that we can you can read our crab cracker
I
response?
do. I won't give their name.
No,
but,
no.
A gentleman replied, and he said, "Yours is one of the funniest posts I've seen in a long time. I'd love to be your crab leg cracker."
So I wonder if maybe you could send him and see if we could call him on the show like 9 or 9:15. See if he'll let us. We can't do it. We did that from Craigslist that one night.
I don't know how to dial out on this phone.
But if he called us,
yeah,
could we do it? Would it work?
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see what he says. He may not want to be on the radio, right? I mean, you
yeah, we do have to have permission to put him on.
Exactly.
So on
no, go ahead.
Can I make sure that the rules for Saturday is no squawk? Was it
no squawking? No squawking.
No squawking.
Can you be automatically disqualified if you're squawking?
Squawking. Well, we better not have no squackers at our stripper 101 class. You know what a squack is? See, we have these nasty ass girls sometimes that come to the club where we're at, and they don't wear no panties under their skirts.
And they like to drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, and when they drop it like it's hot and their stuff's all sticking out, it's a squack attack. That's what we call it. They're squacking. You know, their little parts are squacking. So that's nasty shit. No.
Really?
Oh, there are a couple of girls that come. Yes, and we call
and they know what's going on because you know when you feel a breeze on your vagina.
Well, and they'll walk in the club even, and we'll all go, hey, squack attacks here.
You know when your balls are hanging out, right?
But they're not dancers.
No, they're not strippers. It's just like we have BBW nightclubs here in town, and we're all at the club drinking and dancing and having a good time. And there's a couple of girls every time they come to the club. They got these really short skirts, and they don't wear any panties.
Or they have a dress on that doesn't fit them.
Right.
That's what
and so when they get on the floor and they're dropping it like it's hot, they're squacking.
Their lips are flapping.
I think poor Eva's like, don't ever invite me to the club you go to. So have you ever spent time with a woman? Other than that one first girlfriend that you were talking about?
I've done scenes with women.
Really?
Yeah.
Penetration scenes?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, because some of the girls are talking
But, you know, to me, it's like...
It's just work.
Like, I'm a pleaser.
Okay.
I like to please the woman. But in scenes, it's like I have to be rough with them, you know? I like throw them around and they love it.
So can I ask, how are you able to get turned on with a woman? Like, do you put yourself in another
I just
frame?
like it when I know my partner is being pleasured.
Oh, so that turns you on to turn somebody else on. Oh, that's very cool.
Like if I'm having sex with a girl and I'm, you know, fucking her with my penis.
Right.
And she's like
enjoying it.
Yeah. Enjoying it.
So you wouldn't call yourself bisexual?
No, because like I don't know. I can't.
A bisexual girl, maybe?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm just.
Would you be in a relationship with
whatever.
a woman?
Would you ever be in a relationship with a woman? Good question.
I don't know.
Never come up the subject, so you don't
Maybe you two should go on a date.
Well, see,
I was actually like, I recently met a girl. She's transgender, and I just like, I don't know. I feel kind of attracted to her, but it's kind of weird.
Well, your parts are all the same below the waist, right?
Yeah, but she's so gorgeous. She's like...
Oh, and you're not so gorgeous.
But see, I'm more of like a tomboy type of girl. Like, you know,
I don't think Eva knows how beautiful she really is.
And I don't get the tomboy vibe from you at all.
No, really? Just because you wear a baseball hat and a sports bra doesn't make you a tomboy.
Well, we keep telling Glitz because, you know, she's, you know, kind of, you know, free and single. But she wants to make out with every girl that comes in the studio. So we've really been
and half the guys.
But we've really been thinking maybe she should be in a relationship with a woman. Maybe she's looking up the wrong tree. So.
They've been like planting that.
But wait a minute. What about? I got an idea. If she's a woman from here up and a man from there down, you got the best of what you like.
True.
Actually, a lot of women love trans.
I bet.
Trans women.
I could
women
totally
like boobs.
hit on
I'm
by
a woman
women
who loves boobs.
I could totally be in a relationship with a trans.
Oh,
absolutely.
I think I could too.
I get hit on by girls.
It was so funny because
more women than men.
More women than men.
Or couples. You get hit on by couples.
I get hit on by couples a lot, especially at the gym.
Oh,
my God.
yeah.
Like the
Really?
couples,
Well,
like,
I
in
was
the
looking
ladies'
at
room.
this tranny site today, a she-male site, and I'm going through and I'm like, you know what? I decided that I don't like them if they don't have boobs. You know, some of them just have the little natural whatever the hormones did. But no, I like when you went and got some jugs on you, you know? Like, I like boobs. I like boobs. So, but yeah, I'm thinking maybe this might be where you should go, Glitz.
We'll see how Mr. LA turns out.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. Or even a girl. I still think that maybe you could rock either world.
I'm very intrigued by women. I won't lie.
Oh yeah, yeah, I believe.
I don't know if I could be in a relationship with one.
Is it because it's
That's
not?
how I feel too.
Is it because it's not comfortable, or it's not the norm?
No, because girls are
for you?
crazy.
No, because I want the D. So maybe.
There you go.
Vendetta.
Like, I did not sign up for this.
Vendetta said he would want to try it with a tranny.
Yeah.
Vendetta in chat, yeah.
I really want to send Chaz Armstrong a message, and I would so want to. You know, I've got a crush on Chaz Bono. You know, I really would love to find a man who was a woman. Go there. Yeah.
Are you looking at me like that?
Because she knows where you should be.
You should be
Listen,
in-
let me just warn you now. If Glitz asks you to go in that supply closet, do not do it. There is not a lost kitten in there. There is not a lost child that needs help. Do not go if Glitz asks
I think
you
that
to
we're
go.
scaring our guests here. Corey is getting scared.
No, I think she thought this would be regular radio where we would just be tame.
Oh no, we want to know about how your penis works and what kind of boobs you got.
You can ask me any question.
I need to start getting makeup tips from you girls.
Oh, aren't they
because
beautiful?
when the show came on, and I'm like looking at your.
Tyra, I'm going to ask about your eyelashes. Are those individuals or strips?
These are my real eyelashes.
No
Fuck
fucking
you.
way.
God!
Sarah, fuck you.
Guys have the best eyelashes. Why?
If Sierra asks you to go in that supply closet, do not go. It's for a completely different reason. You might be murdered.
Sierra just wants a dick.
You might be murdered.
You want a dick and
Ooh,
eyelashes.
I want nice eyelashes and a big penis.
Girl, you
I wanna be
know-
you.
Oh my god. I'm dying for those eyelashes.
Those are
tried
great.
I want a
everything.
bigger penis.
Really?
They have surgeries for that,
But
right?
now I have
Yeah.
a question.
They do.
You want a
Penile
bigger penis,
implants.
but then you said you might be talking about having bottom surgery. Isn't that an oxymoron? Bigger penis, no penis?
No, well, if you have a bigger penis, it means it's a deeper vagina.
You're right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're like, oh.
Yeah, because I've watched online the surgeries. I did a whole study at Dr. Marcy Bauer down in Trinidad, and I've watched like her do surgery and stuff, and it's very, very interesting how they create. But you've got to every day for the rest of your life, like dilate your new vajayjay with a
I think
vibrator.
it's only for the first year.
Oh, so I thought I seen a show and they said like for the rest of your life you have to do.
Wait, you have to dilate it. Like,
In other words, you got to put a dildo or a vibrator in there, so because it's an open wound kind of, so it's got to
Okay.
heal, so you've got an open vagina and a place
kinda
to
like
put
when
a
you get your ears
penis.
pierced. Yeah.
Yeah.
always have to have
Yeah.
Just exactly like when you get your ears pierced.
That's
Like
how you
the
get a vagina.
Same.
Tweet of the night, getting a vagina is just like getting your ears pierced.
Oh my god! It's the same principle. You
You
got to
just
keep the
let me
hole open.
Because you gotta keep the thing in.
You got to keep the hole open.
You got me right.
It's like, you know, the gauge
Yeah.
on
Right.
the ears. It's
That's
like you gotta
exactly where I was
stretch
going.
that.
So this
you
is
gotta
pretty
stretch
funny
that
to me
pussy
now,
out, girl.
Eva. Yeah, this is pretty funny to me because she. So are you gonna have a bigger penis so you can have a bigger vagina later? That's great stuff. Yeah. So you're really thinking about maybe you may go all the way and have the surgery. I don't know if we talked about this on
Yeah.
air at all. And you don't know if you would. Do you think you'd have a career in porn if you did after?
Well, at this point, I'm just like, I really don't know.
Because
I'm
isn't
like,
the
I mean,
the
there's
more-
girls that's gone and done, and they continue to do porn. There's still a market for it.
But at some point, you have to do what makes you happy.
Oh,
If
exactly.
that makes you
She
happy,
knows
and it
who she
means
is.
that you're not going to be in the business anymore. Then you're still really young.
Yeah.
and
And I think you're the only girl that has come in that has said that they were going to do the bottom surgery.
Yeah, most of them
Most
are
of
like,
them
no,
are
my penis
keep-
is part of who I am. I'm going to keep it. But
yeah.
but I can understand why. I mean, if you don't um see yourself as a guy, having a guy part could just be, a problem.
Well,
Yeah,
and-
every time I look at myself in the mirror, I just hate it. Like
Really, I was just going to say
that's
that.
one thing that I hate the most is my penis.
I
Like
hate my
I
poo-poo.
hate
Because
it.
you feel like I said, a lot of stuff that I've read, trans women feel like their penis, like
It's like a cancer.
yeah, like it's an extra amenity that they don't need. Yeah, it's a cancer, huh?
It's very uncomfortable. It just
It pops up whenever it wants to.
yeah. It's like
Now, we have a friend of the show, Diamond D, and she has I don't know if you know, she has tattoos all over. She's an older woman, but I met her in an office, and I was like, oh my God, so you want to be a woman all your life? And she's like, oh heck no, I was a male sex addict, and I was trying to not be a sex addict kind of thing. And then, he always, he had a desire to like wear women's clothes and stuff, but really almost had the sex change to try to fix himself. It's a crazy story. But my bottom line to that story is that I know he had the surgery, and because of the surgery, has to get up like 5 times a night to use the bathroom. Like are you afraid something can go wrong like that? Or, I mean, is it perfected? Do you know who you would want to do the surgery?
I'd probably go to Marcy Bowers.
Yeah,
she's like the best.
the best.
She's
And
very well known. She has a good reputation.
And she was a he before Marcy was, Dr.
Oh,
Marcy
okay.
Bauer. Yeah.
She's also transgender.
And yeah, and the man, she took over a clinic for Dr. Can't remember, it's another B doctor, but he like created the modern day surgery, the transgender surgery. This guy did. So he taught Marcy. He did Marcy's initial surgery and then taught her how to do it. And that's out of Trinidad, Colorado. They call Trinidad the transgender capital of the world, don't they?
I was going to
Trinidad,
ask if there was
Colorado.
a specific area that was like more common for
Trinidad,
the surgeries.
Colorado, because of
Yeah,
her
Trinidad,
office.
Colorado.
Yeah.
The sex change capital of the
Talking
world.
about doctors, I kind of have a funny question, but I'm curious, especially when you relocated here, do you find it hard to find a regular internist doctor who will see you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've experienced some discrimination because
Okay.
I've explained to them that I was transgender.
And they just don't want to.
They don't want to deal with it. They're just
Really?
very
But
afraid.
see, what are they afraid of? I mean, really? I mean, the hormone levels?
Well, I guess being transgender, we're more prone to having health problems because of the hormones and just more complications, I guess, based on, I can't speak for everyone.
right.
But generally, like, I eat healthy. I'm a very healthy person. And, but they don't rule that. They just,
Well, that's like when you're a fat chick, and
That's where I was
if
going
you
with
go,
it.
if you go to the doctor with an ear infection, it's because you're fat. I mean, that's
Really?
well, a lot of doctors.
A lot of
I mean,
doctors
I
assume.
have actually found a good doctor here in town that I like her, but yeah, a lot of them, everything that your problem is because you're fat.
And I experienced that firsthand, and my story a little bit real fast with that, and because I take hormones every day, so that's why, because I know the risks of taking hormones, because I had a hysterectomy at a very, very young age, because I had many OBGYNs who didn't look past my weight to see that there was an actual problem going on. At the time, it wasn't really well known, but I had endometriosis and polycystic ovary, but I just kept being told, you need to lose weight and you'll be fine. If you lost weight, your period will become regular and the pain will go away, yada, yada, yada. So I take that's why I asked you that question, because knowing that you take hormones, if doctors were a little bit, especially with my weight and having to take estrogen every day, like my doctors are always on my ass about losing weight. And
yeah.
the risks of taking it. So.
But I finally found a good doctor.
Good.
That's good.
Well, a nurse practitioner. I see him tomorrow for the first time. But I
good.
explained everything to him, and he was like, of course, like,
That's good. Yeah, because you got to
That's
find
awesome.
a doctor you trust. Yeah, I found one too.
I finally have a great doctor too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this, because I pay a ton for insurance, ever since Obamacare.
Right.
But it's like full coverage or almost. And And I specifically got that insurance because I wanted to go see this doctor that all the girls were going to. Like the guests that you've had here, they probably go to
see the
him.
same
He's a
doctor.
very well-known doctor for trans women.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
he was trying to charge me $190 to go see him.
Even
But
with
I'm like,
insurance?
and he's in my network. He's in
Ooh,
network,
that
and
sounds a little bit like.
and he
woo.
was like, because you're transgender, we have to charge you on the
That
side.
is
And
so
That's discrimination.
and I was like, so you're discriminating against me based on my gender?
good for you.
And the lady was like, no, we're not, but we're just suggesting that you go somewhere else in your network. And I was like, okay. And I posted on Facebook about it. You know, I told all the girls about him, you know, that he is choosing to capitalize on based on transgender care. And I'm paying for insurance, so there's no need. I'm not paying
Somebody
this
should
doctor
report
extra.
them
The doctor that I'm seeing tomorrow.
Right.
I'm
So
not
he's
paying
pretty
him
much
extra.
saying that your copay's more because
you're transgender.
you're transgender.
He can't. The doctors
There's
can't
no
tell you what your
copay.
copay is.
It's not even copay. He's
The
saying
insurance company pays the
Yeah,
doctor
the-
their
yeah, the
fees.
he's
insurance
saying
determines
you
the
pay out
copay,
of
yeah.
your pocket, and if you choose to take it to your insurance, then you can do that.
Oh, then you'll get reimbursed. Okay, I see.
And then I'll
your
get
insurance
He wants the
reimbursed.
money up front. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like,
Fuck that.
No, good for
Yeah.
you. That's just wrong. That's right. So will this doctor be prescribing your hormones for you?
yeah, he
Or
told me
are
on
we
the
having
phone.
him shipped from Philippines these days?
The doctor tomorrow, we talked, and he said he'll be able to help me with everything
Oh,
that I
that's
need, like the
awesome.
paperworks and everything.
Good. I'm glad you found somebody because
Yeah, it's really hard.
well, and it's hard to find a doctor who accepts fat people. I mean, we go through the same kind of prejudice in a little bit different form, but it's the same prejudice. I don't want to see you because you're fat, or because if you lose weight, your life will be perfect. No, it's because you don't want to. You just don't want to see me, or you don't want to deal with.
He doesn't want to be associated with the risks.
Yeah.
So I have to ask: is this doctor that you're going to see is his nationality American or other?
I think he's American.
Okay. I have found, just in my personal opinion, that my doctor is Middle Eastern.
Uh-huh.
That they tend to be a lot more open-minded when it comes to medical care, as far as solutions too. That's just my opinion.
You know what? My doctor's Asian, and the first time I went to her, and I've been seeing her 3 or 4 years, she said to me, your arthritis would feel better if you did take off a few pounds, but don't go crazy. The minute you go on a crazy diet is the minute that you fail. And she said, whatever you put on your plate at every meal, put the same amount on your plate, and then go back and put a third back. She's not crazy about change your life. And then I went to her and I said, Doc, I'm in the entertainment industry, and I'm 52 years old, and I said, I just want to ride this wave a few more years. Maybe after I'll have bariatric surgery. I don't know, but I just need you to keep me moving, because I'm doing porn and doing little things and stuff. And she's like, okay, we'll do it. So she's got a real good attitude about, okay, size. But it's been a long time coming to find a doctor like that doesn't blame everything in your life on the fact that
You're
you're
in the
fat.
adult entertainment
I am.
industry as well.
Yeah, I work for some entertainment companies. Like I dance for bachelor parties, and I've done porn and stuff.
She is your build is the oldest,
No, the biggest.
the biggest.
The biggest strip. Well, I've been called the most popular. Wait, I can't remember how they have it listed on the website. The most popular big girl stripper in the United States or something. So.
It was the best, like the biggest in. It's something in Las Vegas. one of
No,
them.
that I work with a little person, a girl sometimes, and they bill us as the biggest and smallest showgirls in Vegas.
I didn't mean to imply you were old.
No, I am old.
You don't have to apply. Yeah, it's like it's just a fact of the
I
matter.
am old. See, I did porn like in my 30s, and now I've come back and did it again now in my 50s, and I'm more popular in my 50s than I was in my 30s because there's not a lot of people out there doing it. That's why I wonder what the market would be for transgender women without, that are just fully women. Like, how do you tell men? I used to be a transgender, but maybe they just want to see the rebuilt.
Well, there's that girl
JJ.
Kimber James, and she's gotten
Oh,
it
that's
done.
right.
And
Yeah,
Danielle Fox has gotten it done.
I haven't seen Daniel.
Are you making notes over there so we can do porn Googles later?
Porn Googles.
We've had times where during a show we were all like Googling porn.
We're bad.
But I haven't had sex outside of porn. Oh my god. I forgot how long it's been.
That's terrible.
I know.
Do you want
really
to, or is it
is.
just
I
that you're so
do,
busy
but
having
I'm just
porn?
like, I want to meet
A good.
a nice guy. I
Do you
don't
care
want
if
to
he's
just
a
wham bam, thank you, man.
Right.
Do you care if he's a straight guy or a gay guy or a trans guy?
A straight guy.
You want a straight guy?
Okay, now let me ask you about that, okay? Because is that a little bit about I did it, I'm a real woman
No,
to have a straight man?
no, it's just something that I'm attracted to.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, I mean Michelle Austin and Tyra Scott are both married
Two straight men.
to straight men. Yeah, they so obviously there's a market somewhere.
I
Eva.
mean,
We just gotta
it's
find
just
you a
like
nice
every
looking
time
man.
a guy comes up to me and, hits on me or whatever.
Do you
and
just
I
come right
tell
out and
him.
just say, I'm
Well,
trans?
it's not like, oh,
Well, if you
warning,
ever- no, but
warning, this is a transsexual.
But have you ever decided to go on a date with them and then tell them later, like once they kind of like
I always
you?
tell them before
You're
I
not
go on a
playing this
date.
right. You're not playing this
And
right.
all my girlfriends have told me, they're like, why do you need to tell them right away?
Because you know why? Because at that point they don't have a chance to get to know even the person. They just, oh my God, I don't know. And I think that a straight man is going to fall in love with the person and not really, and then decide if they can deal with that or not. But I think you need to put yourself out there first.
Well, there are two kinds of guys. There's the one guy who'll say, I can't believe you lied to me this whole time. And then there's the other guy who'll be like,
Well,
fuck it,
I've
suck
had
my
an
dick.
experience like that before.
Have you had that
I've
experience?
an experience like that before where I went on a date with this guy for like 3 times, and I never realized that I didn't tell him.
Right.
And when I did tell him, he was just like, I can't believe you would do that.
Yeah, I understand.
And he just stopped talking to me. He was like, why would you lie about that?
Are there tranny bars here in Vegas?
I was gonna
Yeah,
ask.
but they're
like,
just,
Yes.
the men are gross.
Oh, okay.
Like
It's they're like
Like
sharks.
tranny,
Huh?
is it
tranny
like over
chasers,
by like
that's what we
the
call
free
them.
zone
Oh.
and stuff like that?
See, we call the men that hang out at our clubs that just kind of lurk. We call them the sharks. That they
Yeah.
just want to chase fat ass. So we got a few of those in our community too.
Join a meetup group. Just meet
Yeah.
normal people.
Yeah.
Something you like to do.
That's what Alexi always says. But what is your hobby? Do you like to do, skateboarding, or do you like to do scrapbooking?
Well, my yoga instructor is really hot.
See, that's what we have a
He's
friend
so hot.
that used to be
It's
on the
like
show, and she was
unbelievable.
convinced if you start hanging around with like-minded people, things that you have a hobby for, that you will find a mate.
But
Anyway.
wait, how do you handle that with like a hot yoga teacher? Like, for example, I have a child, and one of her teachers years ago was incredibly hot. I mean, it was one where after the parent-teacher, beginning of school year, and I said to my husband, I am going to all parent-teacher conferences alone. I'm like, you are no longer allowed to come. I need a moment to myself now. But how do you, like, when you're really attracted to your yoga instructor, what do you do? Because for me, I stuttered every time he's like, we'd like to talk about, this, and I'm like, okay.
I don't know. He asked me a couple of times if, I'm doing okay, and he would
Now,
always ask
I get
me
the
what my name
impression-
is.
I
Keep
get-
forgetting.
I get the impression that you're not the aggressor.
I'm not.
Right. Like if you see somebody that you're really attracted to, it would be tough for you to walk up and say, hey, can we go to lunch sometime?
Should I do that?
Why
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Really?
you
Yeah.
should.
Is that
With the
appropriate?
yoga
It's
instructor.
absolutely
Absolutely appropriate.
It's absolutely appropriate.
I'm really attracted to you, and I like what you do, and I'd like to get to know you better. Would you like to go have a salad with me?
Yeah.
I
You
guess
know,
I'm
and-
scared of rejection, because what if he's
Let
like,
me-
I'll get the
Okay,
perfect
I
but
have
look
a
at this.
girlfriend, and then
But-
he's like
but
talking
then-
to some other
But
girl.
you are
Then
not
you find
any
another yoga
further
instructor.
behind than you are now. Because right now there's no social interaction between you two, so you're in the exact same spot. If he says, I'm sorry, I got a girlfriend, but thank you. Okay, because you're still in the same spot. You're going to go to the yoga class every week, and you're going to think he's a nice looking man.
And if he says, I'm sorry, I'm gay, and you'll be like, that's great, I have a penis too.
That's a good one.
So see, we need to encourage you to say, hey, let's go have lunch, or let's
And I have
have
the
a drink.
perfect spot. There's this spot called Greens and Proteins.
I love that place.
Oh, see, she already knows what is a good spot to
But
go.
maybe when you're in yoga and you wear yoga pants, is it noticeable that?
I usually wear loose yoga
Loose pants.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So So
I was going to say maybe he already knows, so now
yeah, you
really
never
approach
lose
him.
hands.
You know, the more I talk to Eva, the more I just want to think it just gets in the way. Other than with your career and needing it to do that right now, it just is a nuisance.
It is. It really is. I always work out in like, that's why I let it hang, because I work out in like loose pants.
Right, right.
That's why nobody hits me.
I feel like, God, Eva doesn't need her
No.
pants. Can somebody help
The
her?
reason nobody hits on you is it's called the apple tree effect. The apples that are really beautiful and bright and full are still on the tree, but they're way high up there. And nobody wants to climb that high to get that beautiful apple. It's just too high, too beautiful, too perfect for them to grab.
You've never told me that.
Yours is that bottle of vodka on the table.
Excuse me. Hello.
I have actually, I
No,
think,
that's a
used the
good
same analogy for you.
I don't think that you're not approachable. I think that
People are afraid because you're
Afraid.
so pretty. It's the pretty girl problem. A lot of very beautiful girls say the same thing. Guys don't hit on me. Guys won't talk to me. And when you ask guys, why don't you hit on that beautiful girl over there, almost 100% of them will say, she's out of my league. She'll never say yes to me.
That girl, I can't get her.
Right.
Because,
You
I
see
mean, I
somebody-
got hit on recently, and he was this guy, and he was handicapped. Like, and I thought he was going to be a nice guy, but then he was a total douche.
Yeah, and some of them, yeah.
They think they get away with that because they're handicapped.
me already.
We
Like,
talk
I
a
just
lot
met
about
him.
dating, and all of us have played the dating site thing, and there are more douchebags in this town than non-douchebags. And that whole saying, you got to go through a whole bunch of toads before you find a prince, is very true.
Well, this is a box full of toads, just
I have-
telling you.
Another theory too in this town, when you do meet someone, and a lot of times they're from out of state, and they think that the whole mentality, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and they're just here for a good time, so they think that we tend to be disposable. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
so it's just kind of a suck. I'm sorry, but it's a sucky state to be single.
Well, all I know is,
City.
Eva, if you want to get to know your yoga instructor, I'm cheering you on to ask him to either have a drink, have some coffee, have some lunch. What you got to lose? What you got to lose? Nothing. If he says yes, great. You have lunch, right?
Maybe I can even ask him for a private yoga.
Yeah, I would say, tell me you need
Yoga
some work on your
class.
downward dog.
Don't mind the dangly bits.
He's so flexible. It's unbelievable.
See, look, yeah. I mean, you're not asking him to film with you. You're just asking him to lunch.
Asking him out for a smoothie, man. It's not like you want him to be your baby daddy or anything.
Do you film for only one company, or do you do some for your own? Do you do clips for sale at all? Like, where's
No,
you just
currently I'm filming for Trends 500.
keep you busy? You do a lot of filming.
I do a lot of webcamming.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
like, yeah, I do that every day.
Now, one of the other girls, Tyra, had said to us that she has to kind of pace herself webcamming because everybody wants her to orgasm on camera, and
That's what
men,
everybody wants.
right, and men don't have many of those bullets in the chamber throughout the day. So she has to plan her cam show, so she's got a whole bunch of people in there that can see the happy ending. Is it the same kind of situation? Or?
No, I just go on and, if there's only one guy there and he's telling me, oh, come for me, I usually kick him.
Okay.
Like, I just boot him out.
You
Oh,
kick
I
him.
gotcha. Kick him out. Kick him
Yeah,
out.
I just boot him out of my room,
Good for you.
because it's like, yeah, exactly.
Good for her.
Because guys will respect that more, and then so if they don't get to see it, then
Well, and
they'll
then
come back and pay more.
They will. They'll come back and be very
Oh.
respectful then because they don't want to be booted out again.
Yeah, or they can always go to another girl and pay her. To me, it's like, there's plenty of fish in the sea, honey.
What do you do when you're camming? I mean, because you can only go so far before you do get a money shot off, so you've got to be doing
I do a
other
lot
things.
of dirty talk.
A lot of dirty
Guys
talk.
love that. I just be like, oh.
Guys and glitz.
Like, they really like it when I talk about licking their ass. A lot of guys are really into that.
Have you thought about getting like one of those rubber butts and like having a visual aid for them?
That's a good idea.
I know, huh?
They sell those where
I
it's
usually
just a
stick
butt.
my tongue out.
Well, you know what I'm realizing in the porn world is anything fetish seems to be having so much more of an uprise than just like standard sex. You know, like, and I think it's because people could get online and find free sex all over the place.
Yeah.
But the fetish stuff or the odd stuff is what they're interested in because
Guys
they can't
love
get it.
like.
I
just
get guys that just
freaky
want
stuff.
to. On my clips for sale site, some of the clips that have sold the most are just me walking with like a thong on so they can just see my chubby wiggle. I sell a ton of clips of me walking. No lie. It's crazy. Crazy.
Let's take a quick break.
Okay, quick break,
Okay.
everybody.
Quick break.
Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City. We are enjoying so much our talk with Eva today. We'll be right back.